Okay, so before getting started, I'm going to do a quick rundown on some different free or cheap options that might suit your needs. So first of all, we're going to look at some online cover creators. Now, there's quite a lot of these, all right? So I'm just going to cover the main, like the top three, I guess, but everybody's got their kind of preferred one. So talk around, if you know anybody that happens to have used one, figure out what they like and what they don't like. All right, so we're looking here, first of all, at Canva. Then we've got the KDP cover creator directly from Amazon themselves. And then we've got Adobe Spark. Right. So when it comes to using an online cover creator, normally what happens is you choose a stock image. So these stock images can either be free or paid. You know, they're generally not very expensive to buy an image. And then you work with a template in order to get the book that you want. And the good thing about working with a template is that you don't really have to kind of worry about laying everything out. It's already done for you. Now, I'm not going to lie, the kind of covers that they have here as the example covers for both KDP and Adobe are not amazing. I know Adobe has some fantastic stock imagery, so I don't know why they don't like spruce up the books that they have here in the front. Like these, just kind of don't base your choice on these ones here. They're not amazing. Canva has a much nicer set. It's like they've kind of got a designer that's working for them, so they know how to sell their things. So they've got about 700 templates or so. Based on, you can split it down into like your different sub themes, I guess. So let's look at thrillers here. So you basically pick whichever theme you want, get your book, and like this one is a very nice one actually. And you know, you just get it going. They're very simple to work with. Canva itself is actually very nice. I've used them before to make promo images, and they're very simple to use. Secondly, you can buy a pre-made cover from something like the Book Cover Designer. So a pre-made cover is something that a designer has already kind of put together, and generally it's kind of like a wide theme. You know, they're kind of basically making what they think will sell. And then so you come along, you say, okay, I like, for example, this one. So I'm going to change the name. I'm going to put in my author name, and then it's sold. And once it's sold, that's it. Nobody else uses it again. Okay, so you get this cover. It's just pre-made for you. Okay. Now they have quite frankly amazing 17,500 different covers. Okay. Now some of the quality is kind of hit and miss. This is a nice one, not amazing. So again, just kind of browse quickly through, figure out which one you like. If you want to kind of split it into different ones, let's go see what they have in fantasy here. So this is quite a nice one actually. So kind of just take a quick browse. Even if you're just looking for ideas, it can be very good, you know, so you get one on. The prices on these range from about $15 to, I think it is something like 700. Yeah, so about $769. Now that is, in fairness, for 6 covers. All right. So if you happen to be writing a fantasy series about the elements and you have 6 books in your series, well, there you go. There you've got your 6 covers ready to go for only $769, which in fairness is about 100 quid, 120 quid or something like this per cover. So it's not too bad actually. There's lots of series, right? So you're not getting one if you're going for, because one of the things you kind of do need to keep in mind is that if you are making, say, a trilogy or whatever, you want some sort of continuity going through your covers. So sometimes it's good to kind of get them as a pack, you know. But again, take a browse. They've got an absolute massive selection. So, and then finally, you're kind of now moving into the realm of hiring a designer. Now, this might kind of seem a bit frightening, but it's generally not. So there's loads of different sites on this. I'm just gonna cover the kind of the top 3 that I like personally. So there's this website called 100 Covers. So for $100, they will do an ebook cover, or for $200 they'll do ebook plus print. And so this is some of the examples of books that they've made. Now these aren't covers that you would buy directly. These are covers that they've already made for other authors. It's just to kind of give you an idea of their range. And in fairness, they kind of seem to do everything, and some of the covers are quite well made. So this is a really nice one there as well. I love that one. That's lovely. So again, it can be a very simple choice. You know, you basically tell them what your book is about, give them the title, and they'll kind of crack up the cover for you. Another site is called 99 Designs. Now we've used these before when it comes to developing logos. So I was very pleased with the results. basically in this case you choose your category. So we're going here, book and magazine. So you've got book covers from 269 or ebook covers from 179. And the way it works is that you start a contest. All right, so it starts from 179, but you can put basically whatever you want, and the more money that you put, obviously the more designers you will get for your contest. All right, and the really nice thing about this is that once you have posted your proposal, your design, all the designers will come in with their own kind of adaptations of that proposal. So you'll end up with about 10, 15, 20 different choices, and they're all quite vastly different. So this can be really excellent if you're not really quite sure about what sort of cover you'd like, but you get a lot of choice, and then you can kind of pick which one kind of seems to fit the best. And you can even take them and then kind of run them with your mailing list or your subscriber list, get them to choose, because again, it gets them, in the whole system and get them excited for the next release. So while you're doing this, you can also give feedback to each one. You can say, okay, so for this one, I really like this blue color coming in. I love the mysterious fog and so on and so forth. The other designers can see that you're kind of edging more towards that one, so they'll adapt their designs. And in the end, you kind of get a very wide selection of covers to choose from. It's really great system. And the last one that I've used is a site called Upwork. Now, Upwork is kind of just a general freelancing site. If you're ever looking for any sort of freelancer, like code, website, anything at all, it's a really great website. Now, I've used these personally before a couple of times. The last time, I think it was to develop latex template so that I could make better printed books. So I was quite pleased with the result here. So basically, when it comes to Upwork, again, you create your pitch. So you're either working off a fixed price. In this case, you set your budget. Okay, my budget is $200 or whatever. Or you can go for example, here, hourly, which is set for between $25 and $50 an hour. Now, this is kind of obviously is an open-ended contract. So again, you kind of need to be careful of what's going on. But generally, the website is very good about tracking. If you're ever afraid of somebody taking too long or whatever, they're very good at kind of making sure everybody's on point. But my personal preference is for fixed price budgets, because then you obviously control your budget and so. So you put your budget at, say, $200. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you select will be $200. That just kind of gives them a hint. Okay, this is my estimated budget. So they might come in and it's like, okay, I think I'm really excellent for your project. However, my fee is going to be $400, and then it's up to you whether you want to accept it or not. Now, obviously, the bigger budget, the bigger the designers you're going to get. So obviously, you get like the amount that you get depends again on the budget, but you can get quite a good selection. And again, you can talk with everybody. You can get their opinions. You can basically ask for previous work, references, anything you need. And then when you're ready to make your choice, you choose your designer, and bam, you're away to the races. So it's a normal standard contract after that. You kind of work together, you give feedback as you want, you get your milestones, and when you're ready, you sign off. It's very nice to work with. You can kind of pretty much ask for whatever you want. Like, you can ask for like the layered Photoshop file at the end if you want to make changes. You can go wild and stuff. As soon as it's in the contract, it's good. So this is a very good site. I highly recommend checking it out if you're ever looking to hire a freelancer.